Salt Lake City. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Golden Bears will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Red pass, it's complete. There's a crease, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The keeper on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
This crowd Giave Songo'Polatelli. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Dampier. Under fire. And down he goes.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it down the field. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Looking to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Run inside. It's Parker. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Pressure coming. Open space at the 25. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Nice grab in traffic. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Tonga Politelli, play action. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the counter. They knock him down right there.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
The Utes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Wants to throw it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. Maybe some room here. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's a gift to Parker. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Makes it past the marker. Still running at the 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Jaron Keave-Songapolatelli finds a man in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Dumps it to the back. Has it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 16, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Tigers with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that
pregame. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Utes ready to kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the crowd, and now maybe a crease. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll run for it. It's Parker. Got enough for the first. He's into the open down the middle. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Songa Povatelli on the play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Touchdown, Utah! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Handoff for Parker. Here's a little room there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll send the back in motion. Gets it out fast. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run out of the gun here with Parker. Got enough for the first. Sprinting away. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utes! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? And they get with you, and what do you like? What do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw up.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skilled players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work. And you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Songa Politelli from the gun on third down. Behind his... It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway from the defense.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They could not have drawn up a bet. Makes the grab in their space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. The give on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Quick handoff. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
JKS. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Golden Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Utes headed quickly to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, after that incompletion now, you got 4th down in your own end. But based on the fact they've scored 2 touchdowns and kicked a field goal now, they've been looking pretty good. And if I'm the head coach, I think I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in my offense to go get this thing.
He'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sangapolitelli. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's strong. Turning it on. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Timeout, California.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing Sangapalatelli. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position. Go make some things happen. Force some turnovers. Play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 6 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's LSU with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Unloads quickly. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys...
There's some room. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man. And they lost the pitch man, and you could tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Brady. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback. Pulled down for the tackle. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And the pummeling has started.
And how about the protection up front? The big fella's doing their job. He just sits in the pocket. Wide receivers break off their routes. He finds the open guy for the big play. Nice job of protecting your quarterback.
Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go play action with Sangapolatelli. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Turns it loose. Goes high to pull it in. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
And the Golden Bears come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Jaron Kiave Sangapolatelli. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pulls it in down the sideline. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
They'll run it from the gun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Touchdown, Cal. A great catch and run for 6. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? JKS. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. That's caught. It's Simmons. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Dampier. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
So now it's second and long. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Sangapolatelli throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll run it.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
19.
Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
The short hands, it's Simmons. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll give it to Parker. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Punts it out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Utes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. Might have a chance. Past the 10. Touchdown, Utes! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They pushed the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Bringing the heat. He wants a big play here late.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sangapolatelli, play action. Looking down the middle. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Sangapolatelli. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with a W.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.